We've only seen 0.001% of our seafloor. Let's talk about it. This is part 2 of Deep Sea Facts honouring Ocean Exploration Day. Topic number 2, mapping the seafloor. We live on an ocean planet. It's well known that 2/3 of our planet's surface is covered by water, so that means there's 2/3 of the seafloor that we don't stand on every single day. In fact, we have better maps of the moon and even of Mars than we do of our own seafloor. So our mapping of the moon and Mars is so good that on Mars we have imagery of the whole planet to about 5 meters per pixel, and there are parts of the moon that are mapped to 1 meter pixel resolution. You could see an individual boulder on the surface of the moon, and yet we have such little information about our seafloor, but we are getting there with our seafloor, with more cruises, more exploration, and more data continuously coming in. Even though I said only 0.001% of the seafloor has actually been seen, we've actually now mapped over a quarter of the seafloor, so we've not seen it, but we have mapped it. This mapping is either done by submersibles or by instruments and vessels on the sea surface itself. One of the major projects that's leading this way is Seabed 2030, with their objective for us to map the entirety of the seafloor by 2030. This initiative was started in 2017 when only 6% had been globally mapped, and now today in 2026 that number now stands at 27%. Now you might think with only 4 years to go we've got a lot of work to do, and maybe so, we may not achieve that 100%, but that number has rapidly increased in recent years as more ships are getting onto the ocean, we're developing new technologies, more automated technologies, we've got more instruments in the water, so we'll see if we reach that final number. But mapping that seafloor is only one part of it. Most of these maps still only have resolution of maybe 10 to 50 meters per pixel, which is still vastly different to, like I said before, the moon and Mars. To really get a good understanding of what our seafloor is like, we need to send submersibles down to the bottom, whether those are remote submersibles, automated, or they have humans inside them. Like I said, 0.001% has been seen by camera or by the human eye. So think about just how tiny that fraction actually is. But every time we go down, we discover more species, we discover more about seafloor geology, and more about the incredible environments on our seafloor. Stay tuned for more of the ocean facts.